Hi, this is Kurt from Flint.
And Jamie in Austin.
So we're trying something new that we would like to call Just a Sip.
Not instant coffee.
And as I learned from Joe Biden, I mean that is why we have Omicron, is people can't stop seeing the new Spider-Man movie.
Right.
So yeah, well, being that I was trying to catch up, I was asking you about this sketch because I'm not unfamiliar to Marvel comics and Marvel movies and how they're starting to like kind of weave them together, the different characters, and you kind of have to top the last movie every movie, and so since I hadn't seen the movie, I thought, are there three versions of Spider-Man in the same movie? And one being female, right? We have
right
down lower right here. And so you have like the classic Spider-Man up top, which as far as the outfit is concerned, then the dark outfit Spider-Man, and then the hooded female Spider Gwen.
And so I sort of suggested to Kurt that the movie that just came out sort of brings up this whole concept of the multiverse, that there are multiple realities all living parallel to one another with just slight differences. And the actors who've portrayed Spider-Man, there's effectively been 3 on screen and in the live action version. And then there's also been Into the Spider-Verse, the animated movie that introduced a whole new Spider-Man and then leaned into this whole idea of that there are multiple universes with multiple ways that people become Spider-Man and different kind of characters who do. And so that's where you get the Spider-Gwen character. And then as I was describing, kind of the movie kind of tie into this is that when the sort of the reaction for not just the casual fan, but I think everybody else was, wow, we're actually getting the 3 actors who played Spider-Man all at the same time. That's not a spoiler. I think everybody knows that they're all in the movie now.
Either know that because they saw the movie and have Omicron.
Right. And they have Omicron. They're recovering from COVID. I do not, thankfully. Yeah, exactly. Every day feels like you're playing with the probabilities of that. But definitely don't go to the movie theater. That's my public service announcement. But I think that it was interesting because it also sort of tied back in to the animated movie, which was really amazing. If you haven't seen it, just from a movie standpoint, I mean, love of film and then anime and then sort of this whole Spider-Man narrative, the story was really well written. The actors who portrayed the characters were fantastic. And then the artwork was just amazing. It really spun a really captivating tale. And it introduced this concept of all these different characters sort of colliding from different universes. And one that I thought was sort of an interesting wrinkle that people had a reaction to the new movie was when Andrew Garfield, the second Spider-Man, more of a Broadway actor and sort of serious actor, that people were initially kind of not sure if they would like him in the Spider-Man role. And then when they saw him, they're like, wow, he's bringing this whole other dimension, this whole other kind of emotion to the character. He played across from Emma Stone. And so Emma Stone played the Gwen Stacy character from the comics, the blonde, familiar kind of blonde love interest, pseudo love interest of Peter Parker. And in that movie with Andrew Garfield, she dies kind of tragically. But in the animated movie, you get this introduction of this female spider character, and she's introduced as Spider-Gwen, and it's Gwen Stacy becomes Spider-Man. Basically Spider-Woman.
Yeah.
And so people are thinking, wow, if we can play with all these characters and these actors who have had previous incarnations in this multiverse, wouldn't it be great if Emma Stone comes back in a future film to the franchise as Spider-Gwen? Because she's a fantastic actress. I mean, and I think it would be something that people would really enjoy.